All right, maybe this will help you guys do some troubleshooting on the Detroit engine. I happen to be in a 2020 Cascadia with the DD15 engine in it, and from what I've seen, it's a pretty common issue. So you guys out there with these DD15s, maybe this will help you, maybe it won't. I was driving through the mountains of California and I kept getting a low coolant light and then engine shutdown protection and the error message that I had very low coolant, and those pictures you can see here. Um, what I ended up doing to work around it was I popped the hood to verify that indeed I had coolant. And well, I'm never drove these modern trucks that we have here for over the road stuff. I've always been an old truck guy. I mean, I was local and regional, and we didn't get nice trucks. We got junk trucks that you had to do what you had to do to keep them running. Most of the time, I mean, these are so what I was driving was, pretty much pre DEF engines. So still simple, straightforward motors, diesel motors. Anyway, what I ended up doing was once I verified that I had coolant and my engine temperature was within spec. So me checking the engine temperature, the coolant temperature, that tells me that the thermostats are working. That's cycling the antifreeze, the coolant throughout the engine. And so once I verified that that was still within range, I ruled it to be a sensor issue, and it's either the sensor or the wiring. And so I popped the hood, the engine was off, popped the hood, unplugged the sensor from the coolant reservoir, restarted the motor, and my problems went away. So I still have a check engine light, but it's a check engine light with an electrical fault, and the truck does. In my mind, the truck is looking for a return signal from the coolant sensor that it's not getting. So, I mean, it's just a water level. That's all that this sensor does, and it's probably covered in sediment. I could unplug it or dismount the sensor and try cleaning it and then plugging it back into the tank and then reconnecting the wire, but the coolant is 200 degrees. And for me to sit, I'd have to sit for hours for that coolant to come down to in temperature. And then I would also have to refill the coolant on the side of the road. And the coolant that I'm carrying in the truck is for emergencies, not for stuff like that. So I unplugged the coolant temperature or the coolant level sensor, and all of my problems are solved. No more engine shutdown, no more check engine light related to coolant. And I do pre and post trip my truck anyway, so I'll be keeping an eye on the coolant no matter what. But I just had the water pump replaced. There are no more leaks on the truck that I could find. So that's what I got.